There we go.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
And in case to clear off my head's bothering you, I do have a hat too I can wear so I can be cool like Nico. You know,
You'll never be cool like me. Probably because I'm not cool. So, you know.
I want to grow up to be just like you one day. I just can't master the facial hair, you know. It doesn't work.
Alrighty then.
Hey, so we got all kinds of people in the chat tonight.
Yes, there's quite a few.
Several I know, a couple of new people I don't know. I always like seeing new faces in there. So
you could see faces in the chat.
Oh, you know, as long as you don't see dead people, you're doing okay, I guess.
Alrighty then.
So we got a good show for you tonight. We're going to talk about several different things.
Hey, look, Gabriel's in the chat. Hi, Gabriel.
I'm just not even going to say anything. You know, I used to have another co-host that was great at botching names, and he took all the heat.
Yep.
I wonder whatever happened to that guy. I need to get him back.
Cheers.
So, how about this?
About it.
Let's see our sponsor video for Split Jaw, and we'll come back with news and whatnot that's coming up, and keep this moving along.
Sounds good.
All right.
The following episode of Large Scale Live is brought to you by Split Jaw, makers of quality metal products for the G-scale modeling world. For rail clamps, expansion joints, bridges, and more, Split Jaw Products has you covered. For more information, visit their website at www.railclamp.com.
All right.
Wait, I just want to point something out here. We're going to be giving away from the Infinity Hobbies channel. We'll be giving away a Dash 9 door prize that he's donating.
Well, actually, I do need to thank him because he did give me a free Revo board. So, you know, thank you again for sending that to me. I will put that to good use. It is a non-sound one, though, but, you know, I got plenty of things that'll work in. Can always use Revo boards. I know everybody's into the cool things now, but Revo still does it for me.
Works for me too. I can't complain.
I can complain. I'm just waiting for that thing you've been working on to come out. That's all.
I'm working on the PCB now.
So,
how many new products are you working on?
Well, it depends on what you define a product as.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that in a moment. So, what's Joseph Lipinski saying? See, and this is why Andrew can't be cool. You know,
yes.
Exactly. I agree, Joseph.
Nobody's gonna disagree with you, Joseph.
So, of course, our events we have coming up, and I apologize, there's actually a couple missing from this, I realize now. Of course, May 3rd and 4th is the Northeast Large Scale Train Show that's going to be up in Massachusetts.
All the cool people will be there.
Yeah, well, I'll be there in spirit. I filled out my registration. You want me to get like a cardboard cutout you can stand next to you?
Yeah. Oh, we could get them to 3D print like a life-size one of you with your head like this.
I don't have nothing to say about that one. And then, of course, May 9th and 10th, of course, the show that we're involved with, the Great Lakes Large Scale Train Expo, will be coming up. We're getting fairly close to capacity on it. We got a few booth spaces and maybe 10 or so tables, I think, left. So anybody that's out there floating around that would like to be a vendor that is still debating it, get a hold of us.
We have some spots left.
Yeah. We have the current.
Not many.
What's that?
I said we have some spots left, but not many.
Yeah. The current layout of the show is actually up on the website now. If you'd like to check that out, how everything's going to be laid out. Trying to think what else we have going on. That we have a lot of donations that have been given to us for door prizes. We have, you may have seen some of the posts. We've got some cars that were donated to us from Pico. AccuCraft donated some, of course, Bachman, USA Trains. Who am I forgetting, Nico?
For cars or just in general?
In general.
Revo.
Oh, yeah, Revo donated. Circus City Decals.
Yep.
Correct?
Yes.
And I'm probably forgetting somebody, and I apologize if I am, but I will be making posts about all that stuff over on the website so everybody can see. And actually,
KD is donating also.
What's that?
KD is donating also.
Yeah, KD. Yeah, KD is going to be coming, their vendor.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a really good show, and we're doing hourly hourly door prizes. We actually got enough. I think there's probably going to be about 3 drawings each hour, both days. So that's pretty impressive. I see somebody asked, is there going to be any operating layouts? Yes, there will be. There will be the Susquehanna Valley Garden Railway Society will have a fully landscape garden layout. The Lakeshore Garden Railway Club out of Michigan will be there with their modular layout. Columbus Garden Railway Society will have a setup as well. I will have the switching puzzle layout set up for anybody that would like to try their hand at that. And then Cuyahoga Valley Scenic Railway will have a point-to-point system set up along with a track that they let kids run on. And that's the other thing we're working on is a lot of other things for kids to be able to do. I'll be making posts about those on the website as well. Are you watching the chat there, Nico? I'm not sure if I'm missing any questions from anybody.
No, I'm trying to keep an eye on it. Don't forget Steve and Melinda.
Oh, Robert Galvin said he booked a campsite. Well, my campsite's full. It's got the capacity of one Kuiper and his significant other.
You could at least fit one more tent back there.
But so yeah.
Isn't Jonathan putting his trailer?
No, I don't think his trailer is anymore. I think there was one other special news announcement on the Great Lakes show. Trying to see where the heck that was at. Oh, there we go.
And hello, everybody. This is a special news announcement from Dakman himself. So, the special announcement is Dakman Productions will be the official videographer for the Great Lakes Large Scale Train Expo. So, I hope to see you guys out there. And if you can't make it, Dakman's got you covered with videos. So, stay tuned for plenty of video coverage from the Great Lakes Large Scale Train Expo.
Wow, I can't wait. I may not even go just so I can watch your videos later.
If you're not going.
We're excited to have you come in, Sean. We talked about years ago about you making a trip to Ohio for your vacation the one year that never happened.
Yeah.
And, so I'm excited that you're going to be coming and covering the show for us.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to cover another large scale event. I cannot ever make it up to Massachusetts, but because of the time period it happens and work related, but your show falls well into a area where I can attend, so that makes it a great thing for me to get to.
That's why we scheduled it like that, just so you could attend.
Yeah. We have a Dackman calendar. It's the only thing we work off of. Well, I guess let's get back to our regularly scheduled program here and keep going through what's coming up.
Manimal's calling dibs on the shed, just so you know.
On the shed. Dackman's going to hang around with us for the show and assist, in case I decide I need to go take a nap. Or he needs to take a nap. I don't know. We'll see.
That's happened before.
All right. So let's carry on here. We'll add the Dackman back in there. So, of course, the topic of our show tonight, the Midwest Garden Railroad Gathering in Tulsa, will be June 4th and 7th. And we have the man that can tell us all about that coming on in a moment. So I won't drone on about that. The 40th National Garden Railway Convention will be June 18th to the 22nd in Sacramento, California. And, of course, July 13th to the 18th in Helen, Georgia, will be the Big Train Operators Club Convention. Now, of course, as I always say, if you go over to largescaletrains.com, you can see all these listed. And if you happen to have an event that's not on the calendar you'd like to see on there, there is an event submission button there. Now, two things that I did not have on the calendar. One would be the fact I forgot to silence my phone.
Yeah, what day gave that away?
I'm going to blame the cat. Right, Sean?
Oh, that's always a good thing. Yeah, cat's always a good option.
So RLD Hobbies Spring Open House is coming up. It will be May 1st to the 3rd. Apparently, everybody shows up a day early so much that he said, why the heck not make it a 3-day open house? So it will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now.
Give it a couple more years, and it's going to be a 4-day event.
It's going to be RLD Palooza.
Yes. A week long, there'll be music.
Week long, there'll be music. And then the other thing that's not on there, because it just got put up, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago. Okay. Let's see why that's not loading. There we go. Maybe the SSL certificate is expired. We're not going to go into IT things, though. I do that on my day job.
Oh, my goodness.
So the 2025 East Coast Large Scale Train Show is going to be April 11th and 12th in Annapolis, Maryland. I have no additional details for you on that beyond this. As it says, more info to come. I would say if you have more questions on that, I'd reach out to Star Hobby on that one. And I'm trying to think, was there anything else?
Show related?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything I was missing. I was thinking more about new product type stuff related, which is always, if you're not on the newsletter of the Large Scale Trains website, you can go there and sign up. Subscription form there, but the newsletter I just sent out.
I have a new product.
You do? Okay. Go for it.
I do. So these will be only for sale right now at the Northeast Show and the Ohio Show. So we're making only a certain amount for the show. I'll show you the first. This is the first prototype car. Bring it up nice and slowly.
Ooh.
So this is a G36L gondola. It's going to come with KD trucks and KD 907s pre-installed.
07 or 906? No slack action?
No slack action.
Oh, boy, you're going to be hearing from Kyle.
Kyle.
Oh, yeah, he's a big slacker. I mean, slack action guy.
Whoa.
So you can see you got a detail. These are stainless steel rungs on the ladder there. Oop, wrong side. stainless steel rungs, brake wheel, brake detail on the other side. We're doing 3 road names: Penn Central and 907. Yeah, see, somebody likes 907s.
Oh, there's Kyle though.
You can put 906s on it. The reason why we went for 907s, we could get a tighter turning radius, so it could fit on tighter curves.
I can
But
see that.
the mounts are there for 906s if you want to take off the 907s.
Oh, yeah, the ultimate question. How much, Nico?
Yep. So I'm still working out the price details, but we're going to be in that 165, 175, ready to roll. Put it on your track.
Whose trucks were you using?
KD.
Katie?
Those are KD trucks, KD couplers.
That's pretty impressive. That's all one piece 3D printed?
No, it is multiple pieces.
Multiple pieces? I look
Yes.
good.
Yep. The sides are 2 pieces. The bottom's 2 pieces. The ends are obviously 1 piece. The ribs are separate details. The ladders. I had to order the steps. I had a company make the steps. Hook and loop, really? I guess if you wanted to, you could put on aristo-craft trucks with the tongue, and then you could put on hook and loop.
Yeah.
8-foot radius, or 4-foot radius, 8-foot diameter.
And Victor, it was Penn Central, Pennsylvania, and Conrail, right?
That is correct.
If only we knew his brother, he could put him in line,
So the Pennsylvania will be like the Tuscan color, and the Conrail will be Conrail brown.
Looks like somebody wants LV.
No, that says Me Love Trains.
Ah. Me LV trains. Okay, now I see. I'm thinking LV. I'm thinking Lehigh Valley,
That wasn't
Well, here, I'll let you address this question from Larry then.
tongue. Yes, you need a tongue in order to mount a coupler. That's why they call them coupler tongues. Larry. Get with the program.
All right. Any more on the gondolas?
Nope. Like I said, they will be available only at the 2 shows, and then once we get back, I will start putting them more into productions. And so, the only reason why I did go with KD trucks and KD couplers is that is now 100% made in the USA.
Oh, wonderful.
So for all you people that say nothing's made in the USA, there it is.
That is, Rail Pro is. There's a few other things as well. I believe Split Jaws, all of his clamps and stuff are made in the USA. Yep. So, all right. Well, we'll go. We got a couple other products here that came through to me. I'll put those up there and we'll keep moving along. But I'm looking forward to seeing those gondolas. I love seeing new things. Oh, but depending on how you say it, I say Stephen Barry, or Nico says Stephen Barrier because he thinks he's French. So will they be autographed?
He's French North Carolinian. Linian. Sorry, North Carolinian.
And Ted wants to know if you'll do any Western Railroad gondolas like SP.
Yes. Well, we have plans for a bunch of different cars coming up. We're trying to get this one into production. If I sell out, I'll keep making more. If I come home with a bunch of gondolas,
you better not be a sellout.
What?
You better not be a sellout. I'll stop being friends with you.
No, I mean sell out all my cars there. Okay.
How many are you making?
About 22, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And they'll all be different road numbers, so it won't be 22. All the Penn Centrals will be different road numbers. All the Conrails will be different road numbers. So if somebody wants to buy 4 of them, they can get 4 different road numbers.
There's that LV guy. He wants a Southern one. And we need a chassis system, and we need an MKT and a Frisco. Well, you better get to work, Nico.
Well, like I said, if this takes off, then I'm going to start doing custom stuff that, if somebody wants this road name or that road name, I'll start doing that kind of stuff too.
All right. Wonderful.
They'd be almost made to order,
Yeah. Yeah, G Scale definitely needs those gondolas. That's for sure.
Yeah, we really don't have a modern gondola that's readily available. So, like I said, this one you'll be able to take it right out of the box and put it on your track. No assembly required.
Very nice. MDS Train says, I'll take all the Conrail you make. Oh, he's going to have to fight Kyle. So MTH looks like they have the ES44 is going to be coming out in a couple of different special paint schemes. Trying to see where it says specifically to where it's like a Halloween, a Christmas, and perhaps a patriotic one.
That's a 3-rail G scale, right?
3-rail G scale. I got a picture somewhere I did just for Sean one time. I put a 3rd rail on my track, and I'm not going to go there. He's going to take me down a path I don't want to go down.
I did that when I first, when Sean first bowed down and I came in. Remember, I had that piece of track.
Oh, yeah. And then the only other thing I had is the Rail King 1-gauge Christmas cars were announced. Looks like they got some flat cars with snowmen and Christmas trees on them. And while it's not something I would typically run, I do have to say I'm seeing more and more purpose for this stuff. Like if you're setting up for Christmas displays and stuff, because kids love this stuff.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, some of the adults love it too. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just want to point that out. I'm just looking package deals. Oh,
not at this time. They're going to be individually priced. I can't. I'm not I'm not breaking the bank with this thing.
So that I don't believe they have any other new product things to. Oh, I don't have it in front of me, or rather, I don't have it up to show. KD did announce they're making a long shank. Coupler now. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
If you can find it, RMA, let us know. We would always love to promote any other rising stars.
So let's see. This might be. I know they make a couple different ones in it, so this is at least one of them. They are making this 918 long straight center set body mount coupler, and I believe they're also doing that in like the one you see over here, like the tank car style coupler in that. I can think of a few uses for that, especially if you got some stuff that the coupler has to mount further back on, perhaps. But either way, I'm happy to see them making something new. Even though I don't have any of them, I was happy to see when they made the tank car couplers, because I know a lot of people were interested in those for a while.
Tank car couplers, and then they made the couplers for the auto racks. So
now they just need to make us a functioning rotary coupler, so you can rotary dump your cars while they're still coupled.
Why do you have a rotary dumper on your layout?
I do not. I know where one's at. It needs a lot of work though. So that's the last thing I can think of. So I'm going to say we'll move along here. We'll show you our sponsor video from Me Loves Trains, because they're nice enough to put up with us. And we'll be back with our guest. If you have to guess who it is, just think Vernon. Vernon Guess.
Don't quit your day job.
I know. My boss tells me that every day. Don't quit your day job. I need you. All right. We'll be right back. All right, Sean, would you like to introduce our guest for us?
Me? No,
Yeah.
Sure.
We got just bring you here to be pretty.
Yeah. Well, we got Vernon Guess. So guess who our guest is? Vernon Guess.
Vernon Guess. Hello, Vernon.
How you doing?
Good evening, guys.
See if we can get this switched.
Sean, thanks for that great, rousing introduction. I appreciate it.
I would like to point out, though, that it's fitting for Sean to be here, because Sean's the one that actually originally invited you to do the show back when he was doing it with me.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Sean and I go a little ways back, Facebook friends, I guess you'd say.
Yes.
Well before anything. So,
And what a better person to take over Reindeer Pass than you?
well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yep.
Although, and I want to make sure I bridge any confusion because we're going to be talking about your show. Sean did make the comment to me when he comes to our show in May. He says it's going to be kind of weird seeing Vernon there because he's so used to Mike Kidman, right? Was the original owner.
Mike Kidman. Yep.
Yeah, he's like, it'd be weird not seeing him and seeing Vernon instead. May, he says it's going to be kind of weird. So,
What are you doing?
well, apparently another window popped open here and started playing about 10 seconds off, so I had to get rid of that. Sorry about that. So what can you tell us, Vernon? What's exciting?
So what's very exciting is that the Tulsa Garden Railroad Club decided to continue the tradition that was started up 2 years ago in Central Iowa by the Central Iowa Garden Railway Club to host a Midwest gathering. So 3 years ago, the Central Iowa Garden Railroad Society had a Midwest gathering up at their place and had open houses and clinics and swap and shop and whatnot, and kind of a regional, what you would kind of see in the aspect of back in the smaller scales. So that continued last year up in Kansas City. So the MoCan Garden Railroad Club or Garden Railroad Society, I'm not sure exactly what their full name is, decided to host it. And then, so the Tulsa Garden Railroad Club put a group together and decided to look at the feasibility of continuing that. And the idea initially started 3 years ago with it being kind of a round robin here in the middle of the U.S. to give opportunity for guys and gals to get together and do, garden railroading stuff. So there's we're hoping there's a couple groups that are kind of interested in continuing it with the fourth next year. So it's pretty exciting that Tulsa gets to host this on this scale, and really looking forward to it. When we're putting the group together, timing and everything is always key, and it's always hard to pick a really, really good date to be able to host anything. And, one of the big things was that, hey, we understand there's a National Garden Railroad Convention this year. That's fantastic. We're paced away from that. But then with our talking to our people in our area, we wanted to make sure we were not pulling from the national convention. Definitely. We didn't want to do anything to hinder that. We want to encourage people to go to that. This is just another opportunity to get together and have fun and do garden railroading. So the people that we had polled looked like we would get about 100 to 125 people. So we decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and get things going. So our regional will start on June 4th with an ice cream social and continue on June 5th with open houses, then clinics in the afternoon. And then the Tulsa Garden Railroad Club also sets up at a Main Street gathering that we do just north of Tulsa in Owasso, Oklahoma. And so we're inviting everybody out to that, as the club will be setting up a modular layout there. And then Friday, we're back in tours, different locations. So on Thursday, there'll be north of Tulsa. Then Thursday, our clinics will, Thursday, north of Tulsa. Friday will be in Owasso, which that's kind of where everything's hubbed at, is just a suburb right outside of Tulsa in Owasso. That's where we'll do tours again, and then clinics back in the afternoon. For Saturday, we'll have clinics in the Tulsa area, and then back in just north of Owasso, back for clinics and our banquet dinner that evening. So we've got some really good clinics that we're working on, 3D printing, how-tos. We're doing a huge on Saturday, huge hands-on of almost every battery system and DCC system you can think of. So if you are starting in the hobby, this is the place to be, because you're going to be able to get hands-on with RailPro, hands-on with NCE, get hands-on with AirWire, G-Scale graphics, the Pico wireless system, almost every system you can think of that's available out there in battery, dead rail, and DC products we're going to be featuring, so you get your hands on that.
Revo also.
Revo as well. Yes, don't want to leave them out. Yeah. So we're looking forward to a fantastic time. So that will be one of our big clinics on Saturday. But during the week there'll be 3D printing. There'll be bending of your own track. Blunami will definitely be there, Gary. That will be in the DCC section. Also hands-on with battery. So showing the options of being able to do track power and battery power both in Rail Pro and Blunami. So lots of fun experience and hands-on with those. The what was I going to say? My apologies, I got sidetracked with the Blunami question there. So we're going to also have kids clinics as well. So we've got a couple kids that just signed up. So there will be some kid clinics going on. There will be a modeling contest that will have prizes for it. And then there will be a swap and shop as well. So I do know that talking to our local club members, they have been putting a lot of things aside to be able to bring to the swap and shop for people to be able to pick up some really good deals. So that's
how many houses are on the tour?
So there's let's see here. On Thursday there will be 3 because they're further north from our location.
Okay.
Then on Friday there are 4 in the Owasso area, and then there are 6 on Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. Going back to the clinics, that's where we were at, where I got kind of sidetracked. Besides the bending of rail, laying of your track in your garden, also building of kits, tricks and tips to that, and then also some gardening stuff to go along with it.
Very nice.
Yeah. And we've decided to kind of go with a different model, and to give people the opportunity. It seems that we got really, really good feedback last summer when we were pitching the idea to people. We don't have a convention hotel. Now the clinics on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are all at the same location. Our banquet is at the same location as those clinics locations. They're actually in a church just north of here in Owasso. So that gives the opportunity to stay anywhere, maybe in Tulsa. Definitely the Owasso area has some great hotels. And so it gives the opportunity to use those points that have been stacking up, use that special deal on Priceline or whatever it is to be able to get your hotel for a good price. Because if you stay in Owasso from where we're having the clinics and the banquet, it's less than a 10-minute drive.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So it was able to keep the cost down. With that, we were able to do adults for those days at $55. That includes everything, all the clinics, all the tours, driving yourself, the banquet itself, all the goodies in the goodie bag, and then kids 13 to 18 at 25 and 6 to 12 at 20. And then under that, definitely free.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So one of the things we wanted to announce tonight was our banquet speaker.
Oh,
So for Saturday night's banquet, we are going to have the honor of having Gail and Stacy Cousins from LGB come and speak with us.
oh, very nice.
Gail is the, I think his official title is manager of LGB Markland here in the U.S. And then Stacy is in charge of marketing and the LGB Club, for those who aren't familiar.
Yeah, I've talked to Stacy recently. They were kind enough to send us a starter set for our show. So I've already told them thank you, but I'd like to say thank you again if they happen to be watching.
Yeah.
Where are they? They're in Minnesota now or something?
No, they're in Jefferson City, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was close. I had the M right.
Yeah. And then one of the things as well I want to mention, I see Daryl's got it here, that there will be some layouts open en route to our location, to the Tulsa area, inbound and outbound houses that we're going to be working on to get those who are traveling in. Because right now we've got Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Illinois, Iowa, and Minnesota registered as in states
Oh, wow.
from people traveling down for the show.
So this is sponsored by the club that you're in right now?
Yeah, so it's sponsored by the Tulsa Garden Railroad Club. That club we founded. Actually, I'm a charter member of that club in 1997 is when it was established. So some of the same of us people who put on the 2017 National Garden Railway Convention here in Tulsa are involved in this. And I just got lucky enough to be picked as chair for it. So,
You lucky guy.
yes.
How many members do you guys currently have?
We have roughly about 40 members.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So we host a tour as well, and we're going to continue to do that. Our tour is normally the mid-September, so we're going to continue to do that in conjunction with this year. So as you can see on the webpage, we've kind of got a good schedule kind of fine-tuned there as Andrew thumbs through that. So we're working on this place to have we're working on our ice cream social and getting that location. That's really kind of the only thing right now in limbo, because what we're trying to do is go ride some trains for that, but we're not sure if we can make that happen or not.
If somebody was interested in your club that's watching, how would they? Just say the website or.
Yeah, so Tulsa Garden Railroad, TulsaGardenRailroadClub.com is our main webpage, and then for the gathering itself, it's the Midwest Garden Railroad Gathering 2025.com. Which is a mouthful, but there are links on the Tulsa Garden Railroad Club page, as well as some other pages out there. I know that Andrew posted that a couple months ago for us.
Yeah, I always like to plug the clubs because it seems like a lot of them are hurting for membership.
Yeah, we've got a good group of people. We've got we at a traveling layout that's the largest traveling layout that we can set up is roughly 40 by 60.
The modular layout?
Modular layout, yes, sir.
Is that the club layout or is that your family layout?
No, that's the club layout. Our family layout's only 30 by 40. So, but we're pretty excited for the banquet. There'll be most of the major manufacturers are sending us door prizes for it as well. So my thought is, if you come for $55, a possibility you could walk away with $100 car.
That's always nice.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So. But yeah, so my registration's open. We're going to officially close it May 1st is what we're looking at closing it for. We're looking, it's going to be a great time.
Why would it close? Just if you don't mind me asking.
Well, so right now, one of the big things is trying to get seating for our banquet itself. That gives it about a month out to get all the name tags done. Make sure that we have all the packets ready, because we've got, packets we're giving away stuff in. There'll be copies from all the manufacturers of different books and everything. So that kind of gives us a window to get all the regration stuff packed together.
That makes sense.
So, yeah.
You know how it goes. Our show.
It goes May 5th and somebody wants to come, we can figure that out.
Yeah.
So.
Pine Ridge wants to know if George Bogatek, is that his last name?
Yes, it is.
Blue Nami?
So he will not be there speaking for it, but we do have a very good expert that will be able to give you hands-on there with it. So
wonderful.
Yeah.
Are you the expert?
I actually the question is whether or not I'm going to be doing the full DCC. So there's a good group of people here in our club that run track power DCC.
Okay.
But in that case, we're actually going to be using two of Gary's locomotives that spoke up earlier, two F3s that are converted over to Blue Nami, that are track power and battery power. So we're not sure if that will fit over just in the battery Blue Nami or the track power DCC Blue Nami. So, yeah. So we do want to give away a registration for us, adult registration, whenever you're ready for that, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's a adult ticket for the.
Yeah. For the ice cream social to our closing banquet.
Yeah. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah.
What do we want to make the hashtag? Something simple.
How about gathering?
Gathering?
Yeah.
That might work. Let's see.
Oh. Harbor Plastic Works was the ALC 42 is the model.
Oh, I've seen that. I don't know if you've seen posts for that or not. It's like completely 3D printed. I've seen it on Facebook.
Is it a kit or is it a?
No, it comes ready to go. And my understanding is it's not painted; it's all printed in color.
Oh, okay.
And looking at the close-ups of it, like the finish looks fairly smooth on it. I'm kind of curious, but I haven't seen any more info on it. Where is my scroll thing at here?
While you're getting that there, you talked about new products coming out.
Yes.
I wanted to mention something that could help us in the track laying aspect of it. And it may actually kind of help our pocketbooks a little bit as well. Pico is releasing 3-foot track, a case of 12, or we'll be selling it individually at Reindeer Pass, but they are releasing 3-foot sticks, so that will keep it under the shipping length of getting hit with that extra shipping length when you're shipping it across the country.
So is it 3-foot assembled rail or?
So, yeah. So 3-foot assembled is actually 36.2 inches is what it will come out to be. Yeah, they're expecting it in August. So
3-foot lengths.
Yes.
Okay.
Does nobody have 3-foot lengths now? Is that something that's?
Aristo-craft did 3-foot links.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody else who produced 3-foot links.
Yeah, everybody else is 1, 2, or 4.
Yeah. Then 5 from USA Trains.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
and AML. So
I don't think
Aristocrat
anybody
made
does
4.5 feet for a while to get under the shipping.
yeah. So I think that's going to help guys out quite a bit. So.
All right, let's see. I think I got this right. And you said hashtag gathering, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So whoever already entered it, you're probably not getting gathered.
Yeah. So if in the last 20 seconds you entered it in there or sooner, just type it in there again.
Yep.
Pine Ridge says, I can never say that right. Yagas Creek, correct? Has 3 and 6-foot lengths. That always messes my tongue up when I try to read that name.
They're I believe they're only, what are they, code 250 and code 215 or something like that?
Yeah, 250 and 215, I think.
Yep.
But also I think they're one of the few that actually makes like a number 8 switch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. RJ and JR Rails, you forgot the hashtag. Not trying to call you out, but
Somebody put a space in there. So you can't have the space.
yep.
Yeah, it looks like
Ant
B. You might need to type that in again.
Yep. And RJ and JR Rails, you have no hashtag.
And back to that engine we were talking about. Chris Sambucci says it's printed in color, not painted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't seen one up close. I'm curious to see how that comes out. As we see, 3D printing is going a lot farther and farther as time goes on.
Well, this is most of the parts of this are FDM printed, and then we're sanding it. So there's a hand sanding it, which takes a little while. So here's an end of it.
I imagine with the FDM, you get a little bit more rigidity out of it, don't you?
Well, I'm doing ABS also, so it's a stronger material. I like it a little better, but some people are all PLA. They like that, but.
Hey, Vernon, is that a converted USA Trains steam shovel behind you?
Right above his head, huh?
Right above the head. Yeah, that was made of the gentleman who passed away last summer out of Vegas.
Al Kramer?
Al Kramer put those together, yes.
Yeah. He passed away? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I think it was over the summer.
Oh.
Yeah, his daughter is selling the stuff now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when he did all those conversions. It was way back in the day. You don't hardly see those anymore.
Yeah, so it goes along with my work train down here at the bottom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a more modern piece of equipment. So
yeah, I recognize that piece right away as the Al Kramer converted steam shovel.
I see you got one of your special run Reindeer Pass Burlington Northern covered hoppers back there too.
Yeah, that one, Jonathan Meter from Pico, the president of Pico there, North America. That's the signed one that we did. So that's the one that I'm keeping a full set, and then I had him sign it and us sign it. So yeah, and then above it is a modified little shorty -9.
Yeah. I think Phoenix Sound had one too.
Yeah, so that's actually the one that QSI did back in the day. So that would have been, 20 years ago, roughly.
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah. So the sorry, I was trying to read what Travis put in there. My apologies, I got sidetracked.
You were helping him with a car that got damaged in shipping.
Oh, great. Hopefully, great. I'm glad we were able to get you there taking care of, Travis. So we appreciate the business very much.
And Train Man here said he's going to talk to you about Heather Ridge Railroad open for traveling through
Northwest
to
Arkansas.
the gathering. Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great. Look forward to having that conversation because we're looking forward to having people both east and west. And I don't know that we're going to have anybody north of us to be able to be open because I think a lot of those people are traveling down for the convention itself, the regional. So, but yeah, Ted, that's a -9 that I can't remember Mike's last name, ended up building for QSI that he brought to train shows. And I had one year we were chatting about their QSI drop-in decoders, and I joked and said, you could take a -9 and cut it in half and put it together, and then you've got all your components and everything inside. You can bring it to train shows. You can throw it in a suitcase so it doesn't get lost. Next year, he brought that to the train show. And then a couple years ago, I reached out and asked him if he still had it and if it was something that he would like to sell. So he said yes. So I purchased it and love running it at my place.
Phoenix had one too. That was all truck cut down. Yeah. There was Santa Fe.
Okay. Yeah, it's the Chicago Northwestern one here. So
looks like the entry stopped coming in for the giveaway on that, so we can go ahead and run that now if we would like to. See who our winner is going to be on that. It's not going to be Nico because he gets robbed every time.
Yes.
If it's a name I can't, hey, there we go. Christopher is our lucky winner. Do you want us to have them contact you directly, Vernon?
Yeah, have him contact the store either by email or he can call me tomorrow when we open up at 10 a.m. Central.
All righty.
Yeah.
We can do that. If you have trouble finding the website, I'm pretty sure he knows your website, though, because I believe I've seen him talking about you before online. If you have trouble, reach out to us and let us know.
Good deal.
I can't think off the top of my head, but the URL it's just reindeerpassrailroad.com.
Reindeerpass.com.
Reindeerpass.com. I always get the railroad part mixed up in my head.
Yeah. Tia, absolutely. Thank you for those good comments there. I understand. And, California is going to be a fantastic time as well. So
it's good. We're getting, some things going on again that a lot of people can attend and, look forward to throughout the year. That's, the East Coast show was a big draw for a lot of us on the East Coast, that we all went to and look forward to seeing everybody every year.
And it looks like Christopher said he would like to donate that to somebody. He said he's participating in the national and he has a layout to get wrapped up.
Okay.
So what we can do, we can just do a draw again on it and see who comes up.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea. Having those who enter that are able to come, that'd be great.
All
right. Maybe if you can't go, don't.
Well, sometimes like I know I'm not paying attention, and you enter for things that you weren't quite sure what it was. So
yeah,
that's fine. We got it up here. We will draw again and see who it's going to be.
I think okay, so you're rerunning it.
Yep.
Okay, good deal.
Looks like Mr. John Molesworth came up. I know Mr. John Molesworth, fellow BTO member. I haven't seen him in the chat, but he's here somewhere.
Thank you for understanding, Christopher.
Yeah. We get it. It happens.
Yep.
Well, Christopher, that's all right. You can be entered because Reindeer Pass is going to give away some things here in a little bit. So
There you go.
yeah,
Ooh. I can hardly wait.
we're gonna give away a kit that actually for the kids clinic, the kids will be building a Pola outhouse. So that will be one thing that we're gonna give away, and then another small little Pola kit as well.
I think Dackman should give away that railroad crossing signal behind him.
Yeah, what are you giving away? What are you giving away, Sean? Come on. You got anything G scale left in back there?
No, nothing with G scale left. Sorry,
Maybe we can get you some in May. We'll get you back in.
Yep.
but I could always use a not Sean's jelly bean car.
Those are very rare. Very, very rare, very sought after.
Especially finding them with jelly beans in them.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's got to be delivered with jelly beans.
Oh, Paul, you're not going to come over for us? You can come over. I see Paul Carr there entered, so you can come over and show Victor how to do his car barn.
He's a good dude. He's been over to Robbie's open house a couple times.
Yeah, we got to meet him there. Yeah, Paul like knocks some stuff out that I'm just like blown away with at times. I know when he came over for Robbie's, he had done a UP water tender. I think he was bringing over for somebody, and of course, Customs had to dissect it. Who wants Sean? Well, apparently we do. We invited him tonight, or did he just show up? I can't remember. We got to change that password. We like having fun with Sean. Any of you have missed that, we'll real quick here. We'll give you our fantasy sponsor for the show. Sean's make believe company in his head.
Yeah.
A piece of candy.
All for us and none for him.
Not Sean's jelly beans. My guilty pleasure.
Not Sean's jelly beans. All for you and none for him, when they're too good to share.
Please note, Not Sean's Jelly Beans is not a real product, not available for sale or for purchase. And whatever you do, please don't give Sean any jelly beans.
I was hoping that would be the official Great Lakes Large Scale Train Expo show car.
The official show car, huh?
Yeah, the official.
I don't know.
show
I was looking at Vernon's website. I don't know how many of you got, Vernon. What kind of deal are you going to give me? Those are the Bachman little big hauler cars.
Yeah, those are really good, popular for the grandkids. Definitely starting out.
It's pretty robust too. I have to say
they are.
They're
I
already
saw a
set up
question
for body mount couplers too.
Yes, I saw a question from JR. We're heading out on Wednesday of this week for the Rocky Mountain show. So it's going to be a good time. I mean, that is Pico's there, LGB's there, Bachman's there, Soundtracks is there. Let me think. Let me see. We're next to Pico, across from Bachman, around the corner from Soundtracks, down from LGB Markland, and I think I just saw on their page that AML is going to be there.
Oh, nice.
So not too far from them as well.
As you were giving those directions, I was hearing in my head. Now, if you see the John Deere sitting on blocks, you went too far. You want to go back and make a left at the IHOP.
Well, I am in Oklahoma. That's how it works.
Somebody says need a jelly bean giveaway at the show, man.
I mean, I might have a couple of those cars. We'll have to see.
And I'll even sign one.
Oh, man. Now we're talking. A signed Dackman jelly bean car. Not Sean.
I believe ESU's at the show as well. I think they're in the same hall that we are in.
So you're going to be right across from Bachman. You're going to have to look at Ray the whole day.
I don't know who will be there, but yeah, we're right across the aisle from them. Yeah.
Oh, we love Ray. He just looks cranky all the time.
So yeah, but it's going to be a fun time, and looking forward to the show right after that. I mean, just bam, bam, bam. Heading to Ohio.
What's in Ohio?
Tired thinking about it. I don't know why I'm tired. Nico's like, he's driving from Virginia to Massachusetts, from Massachusetts to Ohio. So it's like,
Yeah. Be gone for over a week just driving.
But I thought oh, this will be great. I don't got to drive anywhere. Like it's more, I don't know. There's more work involved than not going anywhere. It'd be easier to go somewhere. Vernon knows what I'm talking about.
There's my French Canadian friend.
Your French Canadian friend.
Yeah, John Sinkovich.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna be getting messages from John now.
That's like the French North Carolinians.
French.
Oh, Stephen Barrier.
Yes.
Oh boy, terrible. So, I was going to ask you on the gathering, and maybe you mentioned earlier, Vernon, but is it basically just it gets passed around from the different clubs that are in the it'd be the Midwest region, I guess, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if I think Ohio would maybe considered Midwest.
It is, strangely enough.
But yeah, so it started up there in Ames, Iowa. They're with the Central Iowa Garden Railroad Society, and then last year was in Kansas City with the MoCan group. And then it's kind of one of those things. Each of us have passed down what it's kind of cost, how we've done things, how we've tried to keep the cost down, and tried to help the next club out the best we can with information to host one of these.
And actually, I was looking here. Where'd it go? What now? Sean, say my last name. Oh boy.
Yeah, I used to get his name wrong all the time.
Do you remember the days, Vernon, when Sean used to read off the names like it was Romper Room or whatever that was?
That was tradition when you started the show, right?
Yeah. I used to call him Kyle.
I see Vernon, I see Andrew, and I see.
I used to call him Kyle Kelper, but then I realized somebody told me his name is actually Kuiper.
Oh, yeah, at least you didn't call his girlfriend Gabriel, right? Like, good God, I'm still sorry about that. But no, you were saying the Midwest. I found this map online I was looking at, and yeah, like to me, like
we might just be out of it a little bit.
I mean, this is from Wikipedia. It says reflects Midwestern United States. That's the Census Bureau.
Okay.
And it says the USA with Midwest highlighted. Maybe that's not. Let me see here, because I thought I had one that was better than that. But I was rather intrigued when I looked up what the Midwest region was, because I really did not think Ohio fell into that.
Yeah.
Now everybody just wants to get Sean to say their last name. Say my name. Say my name.
Yeah, I would definitely wreck that one.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like this is not. This is saying mid. I'm gonna have to find a better map of this, because I know the thing I found before had other states in there, but I'm still puzzled how Ohio gets included into that. We're going to get somebody in the chat riled up.
Well, what's interesting is I would think Midwest would be, everything north and south. So it doesn't have Oklahoma or Texas in that one. So that's interesting.
Dan the Man says it should be called Middle East. No, that's already taken.
How about we give away a doghouse?
A doghouse. Well,
Yeah.
Sean might be in one of those, according to John.
Yeah, I'm always in a doghouse. I'm used to it.
So a doghouse. Let's see. I think I got it pulled up on your website here.
So burgers. I tried to highlight this a couple times, but you keep clicking off of it. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kiss is in financial difficulties now.
And no, he's not talking about the rock group.
No, not Gene Simmons, the train company.
Yeah.
I mean, they never really had a big presence in the U.S.
So this is a Pico doghouse, you said?
Polo.
Polo, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mariota says woof.
Does it come with the dog?
It does not come with the dog, unfortunately.
Oh,
See, Pine Ridge Railroad has the proper thing. If you can see cows or corn, you are in the Midwest. I do see cows and corn around here, so I guess that's the Midwest.
I see corn across the street. So
Really? In Virginia? Imagine that. So let's get back to my giveaway screen here. So don't start entering anything into the chat yet, folks. I aimlessly look for what I was looking for here.
It is a kit already, so you'll be putting it together. This is one of the so we try to carry a bunch of different accessories and different little things for your garden railroad, and so these are some of the smaller things that we brought in, and some of the things that the kids will be building in their kids clinic at the Midwest Garden Railroad Gathering.
Okay, so that is active now. So if you would like to win. Yeah, if you'd like to order one too, Vernon sells them.
Absolutely.
A Pola doghouse, similar to the one that Dackman might be in. Enter hashtag gathering in the chat.
and if you want to win dog hair to build your own dog, I will supply that free of charge.
I keep forgetting you have a dog.
Yeah, he's right behind me.
I remember usually when he barks out every now and then during the live stream, he'll bark. I'm like, what is that? Wait, you got a dog back there.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it all the time. He seems well behaved.
Yeah, it's only when he's awake.
So, well, that's going. Is there anything new or exciting you can tell us about Reindeer Pass in general? Anything?
Well, we can. I think we were on the show 3 years ago. I think is when we came on.
Wow,
we've been doing this too long.
Yeah,
that long.
I think it was. Right after we purchased the store, we have probably from the initial purchase and the initial videos that we showed there, we're about 5 times larger now.
Oh wow!
So continue to bring in accessories and little things, and I think we've got 200 plus figures in stock, 200 plus buildings in stock, just and all the other goodies to go along with it. But kind of branched out to a little bit of die cast, and it's a couple of the RC 1/24th scale stuff as well.
Really?
Backhoes and dozers and things like that. We're trying to provide different things and different opportunities to have fun in the garden. So,
are you at the different shows you're going to? Do you take any of the RC stuff to sell, or do you just stick to the trains?
It kind of depends on the show itself. We may bring a backhoe or a dump truck or something like that. We won't maybe bring. I think we've got about 6 different in stock. So they're pretty good sized boxes, just as large as G-scale boxes. So it kind of is difficult sometimes to decide what you want to take if you're not pulling the trailer. So
just so you know, we'll have Jonathan there. So anything you bring that can do that stuff, that's real control, he'll buy one. So.
Yeah. This guy right here that says Ohio equals Middle Earth. No, I was just going to say, when you come to ours, at least you might want to bring a few, because I think Jonathan is actually going to set up a table for kids and adults to play at with loading hopper cars with an RC excavator. So you might find some people that are looking for those.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
You do not have to attend the gathering for tonight's. Well, the first one was a ticket to go to the gathering, so you would probably want to attend if you won that. But for this one, no, that will you're going to ship it to them, right?
Yeah, I'm going to ship it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be faster to load it with a front loader instead of an excavator?
Yeah, but I have to imagine with the space that he's working in with an excavator, it can kind of sit in one spot and pivot around. Front loader, like you got to kind of drive it around. He joked and said he needed like a 25-foot square space. I'm like, what?
Well, if you ever been to
Cabin Fever? Yeah,
yeah.
I was there this year, and I got to tell you, I have never seen like people cram 4 deep around a pit of dirt watching RC machines run before. But that was pretty wild.
Every year.
It was like, they were like shoulder to shoulder, like you couldn't get in. The bleachers there. I thought there was a football game going on. I was looking at the chat to see if we missed something there. Oh, Joseph.
I'm watching. Don't worry.
I can see a front loader on the floor. Or what the heck? Oh, hey, wow, I like this one. Christopher says he uses a 1/24th forklift to load and unload 60-foot USA Trains boxcars.
That's pretty awesome.
Do they make an RC 1/24 forklift?
No, he just made that up.
No, could have. I mean, some of the characters on this show. I'm not saying he did. But I've seen larger scale ones, but I'm curious if I hadn't seen none. So it looks like our entry for that giveaway stopped coming in. So let me switch screens here so that I can pull up the giveaway screen. Ooh, 52 people. Got a few people.
Christopher, do you know what brand it is that you have? The 1/24 scale?
Yeah.
Forklift?
That sounds like another interesting thing to have challenge for people loading boxcars with a forklift.
And we just got a new product for Vernon. See?
Yeah.
Win-win-win.
Actually, what we should have for Dackman is we should have an excavator loading jelly bean cars with jelly beans, but he'd be trying to eat them as they're going in the car.
See how many you could get in the car before.
Oh, yeah, there's the challenge. How many can you load before the Dackman eats? It'll be like Pac-Man, but with Dackman.
Jeez.
All right. Well, let's see who's going to be the winner of the doghouse, not so much in the doghouse. The Pola, now that I have it correct, doghouse. Keep expecting to see Nico's name scroll by there. And hey, stay loaded. Our original super fan. He's been with us since the beginning.
You said I couldn't enter.
He consistently showed up. Cripes, I would list the show like a week ahead of time sometimes, and he'd be like in the chat 5 minutes later saying, "Can't wait." So we're always excited to see you. Congratulations, stay loaded. Reach out to Mr. Vernon Guess at Reindeer Pass, and he will get that off to you.
Yeah.
Steino Toys is the.
What's Stay Loaded's first name?
Stay.
Put me on the spot. I've got it in an email somewhere, and I apologize, Stay Loaded, that I do not have your first name in my mind because I just see your screen name all the time. I will get that info to you though, Vernon, so you know who it is.
Good deal.
I can vouch for Stay Loaded. He's been around for some time.
I mean, we're all friends here, and everybody for the most part is, upped up, but just wanted to ask. So when I was paying attention when it came across, I'd know. So
yeah. I'll get his info over to you that I have, so you can match it up.
Great.
Yeah, I've run into that before, where like there's some people that just I have no clue what their screen name is, and then they send you an email, and it's like, oh, I know who that is. Now I know who this is when they're giving me a hard time. I see you're getting some praise. Reindeer Pass is the best.
Thanks, JR. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah. I've bought a little bit from you. Well, prior to you owning it, I bought some stuff from them, but then I've bought a few things. My wife's last egg liner I got came from you, which she was really happy with. No, I've always had exceptional service with you.
We try. We thank you.
And you're a fellow hobbyist too, so you get it.
Yeah. I actually was kind of a third generation model rarer, but I just found out that 4 generations back, My grandfather actually worked for a railroad down in Texas. Just found that out about a week ago. So it's pretty fun news. So got to research that a little more. So looks like he maybe was some type of boilermaker for him. So it's kind of cool to find that out. Travis,
I found the forklift if you want to see it.
Oh, okay.
If I don't mess this up here, let's see. Can you see that?
Now we do. Multifunction engineering vehicle. 11th channel, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
$40. We're best off. I'm intrigued now.
Well,
Vernon,
if you buy one for each of us, it goes down to $32.67.
you got those in stock yet, Vernon?
I don't have those in stock, but I actually already found them, so I was looking into it. Trying not to be obvious about it.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you brought one of them to the show in Ohio, we could probably get Straczynski to buy at least one from him. Interesting.
Fred, good to see you from Canada. Yes. Always enjoy chatting with you.
And Jonathan says he just returned that, actually. So don't get those and bring it to try and sell them. It's not 124.
Jim, appreciate it as well. How about we do another giveaway? Let's give a outhouse away.
Outhouse?
Yeah, the Pola outhouse.
Okay.
From doghouse to outhouse.
Doghouse to outhouse.
Queued up here, so give me a moment. I wasn't thinking you were going to be going that quickly.
Oh, my apologies.
No. I'm trying to be ahead of the game, but you're just like.
I don't think you've ever been ahead of the game.
I was once years ago. I got pictures. I had hair back then. Let's see here. Gathering. Do. Need to get some classy music to play in the background as I'm screwing around over here at times.
One of the other clinics that will be going on is we've got some wooden buildings that are already pre-built that the kids will be painting and taking home with them as well. So trying to grow that a little bit. So we weren't sure if we were going to have any kiddos sign up, and just had 2 kiddos sign up, and looking forward to more families coming to the gathering. So
yeah, Melinda and Steve, who were on the show, was at the last show, right?
Yes, last show they actually reached out to us. I've been meaning to reach back out to them. I'd mentioned I was going to see if we got any kids coming, and I know they have a super busy schedule, but was going to just reach out to them as well. And we want to thank them for reaching out to us and making that first contact. Not sure how that was going to work out.
I was amazed at the Northeast show with how many kids they were, having sit down and build all this, buildings and cars, and I mean it was just great.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for them, and my wife and I don't have any kids, so I really don't think about it. If it wasn't for them at the Northeast show last year, I probably wouldn't have put much thought into like kids activities for our show. And it's like, that's kind of an untapped area that we kind of need to focus on.
Yep.
Got to grow the hobby, and I think quite honestly, I think that's regionals are going to help with that a little bit. For the family of 4, if there's something in a couple-hour drive for them, I think they're more likely to attend something like that. Mm-hmm. Again, I don't think it takes away from the nationals. I think it's just another opportunity to get together and play trains. And how can that be a bad thing? I
think. Some of it may be intimidating to people. They hear like a national convention, they're like, "Oh, I don't want to go." I might stay away from that, but I think just getting the exposure to it would be a good thing.
I agree. I was trying to think.
I think Ken said hi to me earlier. Ken Miller. Hello, Ken. I heard that today was the last day running at your place. I look forward to seeing the new layout in 2027 at the convention there.
Yeah, I'm planning on. I missed going down the last time they had it, and I told him I'm going to have to make sure I go this time. And now that I heard he's going to have a new layout, I probably really got to make sure I go.
Yeah.
Sean and I were there. Just saying.
I heard Sean was caught sleeping a few times. Oh yeah, Steve and Linda went down to the southeast regional.
Yeah,
Speaking
Ted, I
of which-
heard you guys did great things there last year.
See, we still got people entering in for
Yep.
apparently the
outhouse is the winner.
the outhouse is the kicker. The doghouse, not so much. Outhouse, we're all in on that.
Andrew, do you have a picture of the outhouse from our page?
I do.
Let's throw that up there instead of my big head. How about that?
Oh, come on. You got a beautiful big head, Vernon. Let's see here. Do. And where'd it go? Here we have it. An outhouse. Oh, it's even got a heart on the door.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that cute?
And it is a kit that you'll have to put together. So
I can raise my hand and say in my lifetime, at least that I've never used an outhouse. I've used a porta-john, but I've never used an outhouse. So at least that's like one for me.
we could do another giveaway and give a porta-john away.
Really, you got porta-johns too?
I have porta-johns. I'm telling you, accessories is where it's at for your layout. Just brings everything along.
I feel like Straczynski should have like a flat car load of porta-johns for some reason. He probably already does. What am I talking about?
I'll send you a link so you
Okay.
can pull the picture up, and then we can do that one whenever you're ready.
See,
Okay.
if I would put a fart spray in there and have it on a timer, and every once in a while it's
Oh,
so you get a little odor coming out of there or something.
I don't know. So I've seen videos. Some of that stuff can be pretty nasty. Steve Junk says, thanks for the nice comments on making trains fun youth clinics. Absolutely, Steve. You guys are doing a great thing. A lot of times at your own cost, even. I was still blown away to find out that, he pretty much buys, rough lumber, some of it with bark on it still, and planes it and cuts it down. And I mean, originally when I first heard about their clinics, I'm thinking they're using, like building kits, that are already made. Heck no, he's doing it from scratch. Jonathan says, think I don't. No, I know better than to think you don't on anything. So I'm sure you probably do have a porta-john train.
Apparently, Larry needs a double wide. Do you have any double wide porta johns?
I guess you could glue two together. Not totally sure.
Not to go there, but I'd have to be really desperate to use a side-by-side porta-john. Like, there's not too many people I'd want to sit hip to hip with in a porta-john. Definitely not Larry. I don't need the White Yeti experience.
To follow up with Christopher's comment there about local tours, Tulsa Garden Railroad Club has taken that to heart. It's $10, gets you into all the locations, gives you a beautiful color book and information, descriptions, and maps for everything. And then it also gets you in a drawing to win a starter set. And if you hit all of the 9 locations in our tour book, you get entered 9 times to win that starter set.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I really do. That's the one thing this year with our show is we were going to try and do a tour again, but next year I think we're going to try that again. There's a lot of moving pieces. Joseph likes the White Yeti comment. And of course, Larry wants to remind me he knows where I'm having a show at.
Yeah,
I hope
you're
you do
supposed to be
remember,
there.
because my wife's going to be heartbroken if you're not here, Larry. You just remember that when you're thinking about not coming. I never thought I could use my wife as a pawn to get someone to come to a show.
I'll just, what you should do is send me a picture of your wife, and I'll just walk up to, with a sad face on. I'll just keep walking up to Larry. Look at this poor woman. Look at how upset she is.
I still don't know what it is she likes about Larry, but she's enamored with him.
JL. Oh,
I have no idea what Larry's talking about.
because he called him the Yeti.
Oh, yeah. Jim here mentioned the Rose City Garden Railway Society does a summer tour. And I don't, are the dates for that listed already, Jim? Because if they are, I'd like to get that added to my calendar.
Coastal Nomad mentions the Mocan Garden Railroad tour this summer. Yeah, they're doing different parts of Kansas City on different Saturdays.
Oh yeah.
So it's not just all on. Ours is like Saturday and Sunday, the same weekend, all 9 locations.
Those are different weekends, like even like in a different month, I think too,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that's, when people see it, it makes more sense. And then they're like, oh, this is really cool. Like I could sit out in my backyard and have trains running. And
Yeah, I think letting people, see the trains is the big thing. We can't be a secret society and I know we all get a little bit nervous about letting people know the different things that we have, but I guess we don't get anywhere by not taking risks. And for the most part, most people are respectable that come to your home for tours.
Yeah. We've got a little etiquette sheet that is in the back of our tour. And so it talks about, bathroom etiquette, where to walk, what to do, take pictures. So if any club needs that, I mean, we've been doing club tours since probably 2001. I know that's not as long as other clubs, but we've got a little etiquette portion of our book to let people know about different things. And unfortunately, Ted, I do not have any, but that is a good idea.
I'll give you some dimensions if you need them.
Yeah.
If you happen to think about it, Vernon, if you could send that to me, because I'd like to stick that in my files for future use.
Yeah, it's really good. The first thing on the list is ask questions, but then it gets into saying, all locations may not, have restrooms and things like that, and pay attention to where you're walking and whatnot. So
yeah. I had a couple things I stuck in on ours last year, and I think one of them was there were no public restrooms because obviously, most people don't want strangers going in and rummaging through their bathroom.
Yeah. So are we ready to run that giveaway?
We are. I was looking for the giveaway screen to pull it back up here to see who's going to get the outhouse.
Yeah, so a mixture to answer that question, roughly 3/8 of an inch between 1/32 and 1/20.3. So just take your 1/32 scale figures and bring them closer to the out portion of your layout and your
forced perspective.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, it depends what you're talking about too. If you're talking about trains,
yeah,
they're going to look, heights are going to be drastically different.
Yeah, one thing that I would state about that too is if you really pay attention to boxcars going down the tracks nowadays and hopper cars and things like that, there's definitely a difference there that maybe in a unit train you don't see it, but in a mixed freight, if you're running mixed freight and mixing 1/32 scale with 122.5, it definitely is not going to be a big difference. Going to the 1/20th scale, then you get into prototypical, maybe possibly the bad word maybe of prototypical from narrow gauge to standard gauge.
Right.
So,
I think it depends what you're running too. Like, if you're looking at 1/20th and you're probably talking about more logging items than mainline railroading. So it kind of things don't really go together, but again, it's your railroad, run what you like.
Absolutely. Tim, if you'll reach out to me at Vernon at reindeerpass.com, we'll get you that as well.
Kyle says they're making the engine play dead like John, and John says unfriend. but Kyle, you give me a good idea. We could have the Mikado rollover challenge at the show.
Whoa!
Roll it over. I'm going to get unfriended now. Well, that happens. Let's see who the winner of the drawing is. And who's going to get the outhouse? I think I might be in it now. I don't know. 58 people want an outhouse. Comes in handy when your indoor plumbing acts up. And Evan. Evan will, I believe, actually be coming up to our show in May. Evan, I'm sure you know how to get a hold of Vernon. If not, you can get a hold of me. reindeerpass.com. Don't put the railroad on there. Larry got robbed, Joseph Lipinski said. It's always nice when Larry gets robbed. And maybe you can answer this, Vernon, or maybe Sean can. I was wondering, the actual business name is Reindeer Pass Railroad. Is there any reason why Mike Kidman, like, they originally put railroad on the name? Like, was it originally not a hobby store? Did it start out as like a attraction thing? Or?
Yeah. So actually, Mike was, I know his family. I think he was a third generation tree farmer. Or
yes, he actually had the Kidman Tree Farm. Yeah,
Kidman Tree Farm, and they were selling. How Reindeer Pass started initially is they were selling Christmas trees. And he brought in a couple LGB starter sets, and then it kind of took off from there. So he just kept went with Reindeer Pass Railroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And Andrew, I sent you the link for the porta potty.
Let's see.
Andrew, a couple on the comments there, John was asking if you were coming out to Lancaster this year.
Lancaster. Oh, to PA. I'm sure those dates are up too. I'd like to, because I haven't been there for a few years. That actually wouldn't be a bad trip to take. I'll let you know, John. I'll have to see if those dates are up, because that's something else I need to add to the calendar. I know if I go back and I look at the calendar from last year, like, it was like Garden Railroad tours and regionals, like bumper to bumper last year. It was kind of crazy. Not that I got a problem with it. I love seeing all of that. I think it was a good thing.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Let's see.
My wife passed on a nice head cold to me.
Ew. Does she at least make you dinner?
Yeah.
Okay. No taking downtime. Nico needs his dinner. Let's see. Oh, okay. There's the outhouse. Let's see. Usually first week in October, John says. Okay, well, let me know, John. And an outhouse. Does it come with the figure?
It does not come with the figure, unfortunately.
Oh, okay, right there. Figure not included. Figure is one. So the figure is 132. It says.
Yeah.
So is the outhouse actually 132, or is it like?
It's closer to probably 124th overall.
Oh, okay.
But with a figure of 132nd there, if you add maybe another 3/8, he can still get into the Porta-John fairly well, unless he's a basketball player.
It's probably about what, like 4'11" and 124.
No.
Is there anybody inside the Porta-John? That's the question.
No.
Yes, it comes with a figure, but it's inside the Porta-John and the door doesn't open.
Yeah, the door does not open. So
Christopher says you had a crazy deal on Pico storage tanks at a huge savings.
Yeah, so
those are the round like oil tanks or whatever.
Yeah, we had picked up a couple in the collection, and so we're able to pass them along. They were brand new, and able to put them in our used, not new section, and I think snatched them up.
Yeah, every now and then I think to go on there and look in that section on your website, and I really need to have it bookmarked and just look at it. I mean, is it something that updates? I imagine not every day, but
I try to update it once a week, at least. And I have a plethora of collections that we've purchased that I'm just slowly trying to get on there. Right now, I just had a bunch of SP stuff that got listed, and it went quick. So we had good prices on some SD40 SP stuff and a couple cabooses and some other things. So it went pretty quick. We had actually about 30 beer can tank cars on there. I think we're down to 10 or 12 now. So just slowly trying to get things on there, and it just takes a little time to get pictures and whatnot. So
you want to go to his website and go to the not new used section.
Yeah.
So
we always recommend
that weird caboose. That's a Playmobil.
Yes, it is. Yeah. We always recommend, if you're looking on your phone, to always scroll down to the very bottom and hit view full page. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, for those being a shorty beer can tanker, those things still have a good weight to them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think they're 6 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
They have the metal trucks on them too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they do have the metal trucks, metal couplers too, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yes.
You got a Big John.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah.
Mike, you got all kinds of cool stuff on there. Oh, bottom of the list. You need another page, Vernon. Get to work.
I believe me, as much stuff as I've got in the store right now, there's no question about that. And we just picked up another collection yesterday.
John says for the garden tour in PA, says October 1st. Let's see. Yeah, it usually is like the very beginning of October.
Yeah, there is also pollen. We're already blooming down here.
So
maybe that's why I'm sneezing.
I see this person saying about 3D printed couplers, and if I remember correctly, Evan that won the outhouse actually put some files up for some 3D printed couplers that he just did.
Sorry, I clicked after you clicked. Go ahead.
Huh? You talking about?
Nothing.
I finished talking about it. Where you been?
Well,
hiding behind a banner, apparently. What are you doing back there? Travis was asking the 440 that was in the not new used section who made that. That's probably
that was Heartland.
Heartland?
Yeah.
It's like Kalamazoo made one too, right?
Correct.
Same one.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the
oh,
same.
Really? It was the same. Okay.
Same molds.
I always get like I know there was like the Delton stuff too, and that era of stuff I get kind of mixed up on. Allergic to Andrew. I don't know. We've shared a hotel room a few times. Very, very unique situation. Was there like 5 of us in that hotel room?
Yes, we were, but we had when trying to manufacture it, we had other problems that we couldn't overcome. So that's why we kind of pivoted. It just wasn't happening. Sorry.
Well, it happens. You don't know until you try. I know you were having some issues with it, like flexing or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long car. We were trying to resin cast it, because to 3D print that car would have been 3 pieces. So that would have had its own issues.
And I see J.R. Pruitt said the best price of the year was the ABA set of FAs he got from you, Vernon.
Yeah, that was a good set. Aristo-craft yellow box, one of the last production runs they did. We picked up in a collection, and we had JR's name on the list. So before we even posted it, we gave him a holler and sent him pictures, and he fell in love with it. So we sent it off to him.
Apparently, we're going to have a signing thing at our show. Apparently, going to have, we're gonna give Nico and Vinny and Dackman like a booth and one of them rope lines. You sign up to get your stuff signed by them. And I want to click on that. No, don't click on that.
I'm patching that one for Conrail.
I'm starting to feel bad picking on John's LV stuff like that. Although I think I might have some photos of some patched LV stuff, but I actually don't own any. Got to fix that one day.
That was Vinny's engine that started that whole thing.
Oh yeah, the GP38.
Yeah.
What the heck is this? Yeah, that's a good question. Which that's going to vary, I guess, depending on several factors, but recommended radius for running long trains.
So a train likes to go straight. The bigger the curves, the better.
Yes.
Very true.
Largest you can fit in your location.
Also, too, a long train on tighter curves on level ground is going to operate a lot better than if it's on an uphill grade going around it, because now you're pulling more and it will yank them right off the tracks. So,
Yeah, body mounted versus truck mounted couplers. Body mounted is going to help you out pulling through the car itself. So, metal wheels are definitely going to help with the center of gravity on the car. So,
Yeah,
absolutely.
and placement of cars. If you have a light car up front, it's going to rip it right off the track.
Yeah, don't put the unloaded center beams at the front going around horseshoe curve. I mean, it's just a bad idea.
Yeah, reverse curves. John was saying about a reverse curve. You know, if you have reverse curves, you want to have a section of straight track in between.
I usually try to make that straight section at least as long as whatever my longest car is to alleviate that.
I was just going to say that, but thank you.
Yeah.
I see Kyle was saying 20-foot diameter curves, which I'll also say go with the largest curves you possibly can fit into the space you're working in.
Yep.
Not to say, like, you know, if you're just starting out and you can buy smaller curves super cheap and you can upgrade later, there's nothing wrong with that either. But if you have the ability to, go with the largest ones you can and just.
Well, I see people do like 8 foot or like 5 foot and then straights and then another 5 foot. You know, if you have that room that you have straights in a like a complete U-turn, you know, try and get the biggest curve you can in there and get the straights out. So other things to think about.
I think Jonathan should make a whole video on curves now.
Yes. That's his whole video right there.
You're gonna do a seminar in May on how to choose your curves, right, Jonathan? He's gonna come out, throw the piece of track in a garbage, and say only you can decide, and then walk away.
Do we want to run the gathering again for the porta potty?
We can. Let me get that pulled back up again. I guess too, while we're sitting here, does anybody have questions that Vernon hasn't mentioned answers to already about the gathering? Anything with Reindeer Pass that's coming up? Throw them on out there.
I don't totally understand this question because, well, it is coming from Larry, but
Well,
I think he's trying to ask you about the Markland Club.
I don't know very much about the Markland Club itself. Now, we're a Markland dealer, so we can order club cars for people, which we do with LGB. So if that answers it, if we can get clarification, I'll try to answer it a little better.
Well, considering the way the question was worded, you did a great job.
he said, what the heck?
It's supposed to be Markland. It's
He
Larry. Move on.
Remember that time we let Larry book our hotel rooms? Larry. I don't know how I ever lived before Larry. I was going to ask you something. I can't remember at the store. Do you have an outdoor layout, Vernon? Or
so we have one under construction. So yeah, we indoor we actually had one being built that was all going to be FN3, but because I need some more floor space, it's actually being kind of downsized. But we do have the overhead running DCC and dead rail up there.
So is the outdoor layout going to be something that customers can come and run on, or is it more of a display?
It's going to be pretty small, pretty display. Yeah.
You just gotta buy the neighbor's property and
yes,
that's all.
yes. Somebody asked about buying used track. You know, if you're buying code 332 rail, you know, it all hooks together. So, I've heard a lot of people throw it in the dishwasher to give it a polish and get things off of it. I don't recommend that if you're married.
Or, make sure your wife is going to be out of town.
Yes. But no, I mean, anywhere you can pick up 332 solid brass rail or stainless 332. In Oklahoma, we can mix stainless and brass and not have any issues. If you're on the east or west coast, not recommended to do that, but or on a shoreline anyways. But
I have one piece of stainless out there that's mixed in because it's a Y switch. I haven't had any problems yet, but I keep an eye on it.
On my last two outdoor layouts before the house we're at now, one established layout for 10 years had a large number of stainless steel number 6 switches and the extra wide radius aristo switches running DCC all the time. Never had any issues with mixing brass and stainless again here in Oklahoma. So we don't have all content and whatnot. So
it's called galvanic corrosion.
Yeah.
And there's ways to get around it. If you use that ideal paste.
Yep.
That really could take care of it. It's really not, it's just making sure you do the right precautions so you don't have it.
Now, one thing I will say about buying used track, do take a look at it, because if it's like brass track that's come out of a department store or something that it runs nonstop all day, every day, like the rail can start getting a little bit worn, but it takes many, many years. Usually the flanges wear off the locomotives first.
And then also the Bachmann track, the starter set steel track, you can't use that outdoors. I mean,
you can. It rusts out in, I think, like a couple of months.
Months.
Well, it depends on where you live at in the country.
Leave it out overnight. It's rusted.
But in all fairness to Bachmann, that track was never designed to go outside.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it was a starter set track. It's just to get
they do make their own brass track though now. So
yes.
That's what I was going to ask you, Vernon. Do you carry the Bachmann metal wheel sets, like the not there's like the small and the large metal wheel sets? They'd be the larger ones.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We
Okay.
carry those. Have those in stock currently.
Those are always a hot seller. Huh? Oh, J.R. Pruitt says you got a huge backyard, so you probably don't need to buy the neighbor's yard.
Well, that's for the 1.5 inch, JR. So.
Inch and a half? Oh,
Yeah.
man. Well, Colin's partially correct. You are insulating it, except for the folks that leave pickup wires on there and backfeed the track.
No, that's fine.
I was running at Jonathan's house one day, and I was trying to figure out. He was dead rail, and the blinking light on my USA caboose was working, which runs off of track power. And it turned out somebody had battery power feeding back into the rail. I'm like, I thought your track was dead rail. So let's see here. We were going to do the drawing for the.
I was just going to answer his question really quick. No, it is very. Like I said, it's a starter set track. It's just meant to get you running. There's really no way to fix it.
The straight sections, I have some of them laying here. I've used them for like test track purposes or displaying stuff on the.
That's about all it's good for.
The curved stuff, like I've wondered if it could be straightened out, but being it's tubular like that, I think it would turn into a mess.
Yeah, you can't. No.
Let's see. All right, so let's see who's going to be our Porta-John winner for the night. Giving away all kinds of interesting things here. So 45 people would like to be the winner of a Porta-John.
Who doesn't want to be the winner of Porta-John?
Yeah.
Wait.
Wait.
Did I see your name in there, Victor? Is Victor allowed to enter? I thought he was banned.
It would have been great if he'd have, won it. So
I still would have made him. I would have still shipped it to him and made him wait. I'm just kidding, Victor. And I am not sure specifically who this winner is. The screen name is not jumping out at me right now.
Brian?
Well, as far as who the actual person is, the screen. I'm sorry, yeah, the screen name's jumping out at me. The actual name is. So I cannot help you with that one, Vernon. But
All right.
typically, I have not run into issues with, multiple people reaching out. If you get multiple people, let me know. But
Okay.
most of the viewers seem to be pretty
Honest.
decent about that. So yeah, if you head on over to reindeerpass.com, and you should have the email thing at the top of the website, right, Vernon? He can reach
Yep.
out to you.
Or Vernon at reindeerpass.com. So, yep.
So, well, we got about 15 minutes left in the show. Is there anything anybody would like to ask? Or does Dackman have anything to add?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just having fun listening to you guys. Talk about the different things. I've been out of this for so long. I'm just trying to catch up listening to you guys.
Yeah.
You mean you don't watch us?
Oh, I watch you guys off and on here and there. Yeah, but
For about 15 minutes, then he falls asleep.
I fall
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
John's got it. He's been sleeping.
One of the things I want to mention to that gentleman's talking about 3D printing and whatnot. I know there's some files out there, but what's nice about those beer can tank cars and those 42-foot aluminums and 55 USA aluminums, cam packs, coupler conversion is just fantastic to them, and look good and pull great. So yeah, there's definitely different options out there for them.
I remember, I don't know if it was down in Georgia or up in Tennessee, he shipped one out, and I actually took it over to Charlie over there at USA Trains and showed it to him, and he was pretty impressed with it.
Yeah. Gary, the kid's price is $25 for. I don't want to get lying here. Let me look real quick. It is $25 for kids 13 to 18 and $20 from 6 to 12.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a good barbecue dinner. That is our banquet dinner, and then snacks throughout the week. And they get their own name badge as well, and get some goodies as well. So, and walk away with some things that they get to build. So it actually may be better, to be a kid at this gathering. You walk away with a doghouse and an outhouse possibly. So
I was going to say, we kind of need this for some, adults.
Yeah. So Mark, just about 4 years now. And they are happily bouncing back and forth between their place and retirement. So they still run trains out in Mesa during the summer, and are switched back out, I guess, during winter and summer. But chat with them. They're still enjoying retirement and enjoying running trains. So
Larry wants to know if there's the elderly Yeti discount.
There's a
Apologies for that.
cleaning fee though for all the Yeti for.
Yes.
I was going to say, I think it was maybe a year ago that I had talked to Mike, because before you on Reindeer Pass, he had loads for the MDC ore cars and stuff. And my one friend wanted some more of them. And I remember I reached out to you, Vernon, and you didn't have any. It just wasn't, it was something he had made. And I reached out to him, and lo and behold, he actually still had some and sold them to me and shipped them to me. So
Good deal. Good deal.
I was kind of surprised. He's like, hang on. He goes, I think I might still have some of those.
It was a porta potty.
Porta potty. I was looking. What was that one comment I was looking at?
John wants to know how much for the baby goats. Was there baby goats in one of the pictures or something?
I don't think I got anything over here. Maybe he's looking at Dackman's layer. You got baby goats on there or something in O-Gauge, Sean?
No.
Oh, we do actually. So one of the accessories we have is baby goats on our page, or we have goats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So maybe that's what he's speaking about.
But if he's on your page, you can just see the price.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Sorry.
Keith, we appreciate it as well. Appreciate the business.
I agree with Jonathan. It seemed like, reasonable prices. And like I said, you guys are trying to keep it down. And I definitely don't blame you one bit for not like setting up a show hotel, because I started looking into that, and I'm not feeling, the whole here's my credit card, and if we don't book all the rooms, we're going to charge you for them.
Well, and one of the big things that we chatted with people about, they're like, I have reward points. I don't really get to use them. So this is a good opportunity for that. And a lot of times, quite honestly, when we're traveling around to different shows that we attend, I don't normally go to the convention hotel because I can get the same hotel at Priceline cheaper sometimes.
Yeah.
So, I think it works out really well having a central location from Thursday to Saturday for our clinics and the banquet and everything. And it gives people options to, help save their pocketbook a little bit.
Give away Sean's O scale collection so he can convert to 2-rail G scale. All right, up on the block is Sean's entire O gauge collection.
Kyle is wanting us to give away Sean's jelly beans.
Well, the problem with that is there is currently only one of those in existence at this point, and I don't think Nico's given his away.
I'm still deciding if you're getting the decals for it. So
that's
you
entirely up to you.
haven't been very nice to me lately. I mean, really.
I can refer you to some other people that would say I haven't been nice to them, and then maybe you'll feel better.
No, I care about how you treat me. No, that's all I care about.
Sheesh.
Because not the car, actual jelly beans, bag of jelly beans, not Sean's jelly beans.
Yeah, the original car is what Jumpin' Jack's jelly beans.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Like
I didn't do nothing. -9. Who's giving away the -9?
Trainwreck. Colin is.
Colin.
Come on, Colin. Show us the picture of the -9 you're giving away.
So yeah, no, I kind of actually wish I could make it out for your thing, Vernon. It sounds like a really nice time, and it sounds like kind of a laid back time too. Like it doesn't sound like it's a rushed like high demand thing. That's one of the things I like about when I go to like the big train operator convention each year is it's a very laid back kind of experience. I'm trying to think. Several years ago, I'm trying to think where we took a vacation to, but it was a very scheduled out thing, and it was just go, 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 go. And at the end, I was like, man, I'm glad to go home so I can take a break. You want to go away and come back feeling rested.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know Saturday we are it is kind of hard to cram in the 6 layouts. Possibly we may end up shifting one a little over that's closer to Owasso. As we get a little closer, and especially if we have another tour or another location in the Tulsa area that pops up. But we're wanting to have a lot of fun with it. The clinics are starting to line up really, really well and look very, very interesting, and stuff that I think there'll be something for anybody to learn something. If you've been in the hobbies, I've been in GG 88. There's always still things for me to learn. So I suspect from the guy who's been in the hobby a lot longer than I have, there's something that he's going to learn at our regional. So, and hanging out with other people. So
here we go. We could hook up Sean with more Lionel. So Sean, buy his Lionel so he could buy more stuff from Vernon.
I think that's a great idea for the record.
Which I don't believe you carry O gauge, but you carry HO and N as well now too, don't you, Vernon?
So we are, and we actually do have O gauge in the store. We don't have O gauge. No. Yeah, we don't have O gauge on the web, but we are slowly, and as people continue to ask for HO and N scale stuff in our area, we've been branching out and expanding into that as well.
Yeah, when I had my shop, I carried it too.
Yeah. Got a good customer in California, just picked up some KD HO couplers along with some other G gauge couplers. So it was a win-win for him. He only had to come to one place. So
Let's brush on this really quick. As far as tariffs go, nobody's really seen anything affecting the hobby yet. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. That's all we can say.
The only thing I've seen on that, and it wasn't related to our scale, was I think Athearn, and I can't think of the other HO or N manufacturer, which one it was. They were passing some of it on. I think they were passing on like 7% or 8% of it or something, which, it sucks, but you also understand at the same time, like, they're absorbing a large part of the cost, but obviously they can't do all of it.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, like stuff, you don't think about stuff going out like KD's made in the U.S. and Rail Pro. I'm sure that stuff going out has it going the other way too. So
yeah,
I'd say it'd be great if trains were free, but then Vernon wouldn't have a job.
I'd have more trains. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that'd be okay.
Well, you wouldn't have to work to buy the trains.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be nice in life if everything was free.
So, do you find yourself when you get collections in or stuff in, do you find it hard? You get something and you're like, I would really like to keep this for myself, but I just can't keep everything.
Yes, there's no question about that. There's a U37 kit bashed U37 that I just picked up Saturday. That is just beautiful. I think it's a U37 made out of a U25B.
Yeah.
That is just gorgeous, and that's going to be hard not to stay in my collection. So
how can you mention that and not show us pictures? Or something like?
I unfortunately don't have a picture. I'm sorry.
Oh
man,
man,
I believe that's
Yeah.
Manimal's design thing that he modifies, and Vinny's got like 3 of them.
Yeah, this gentleman was doing it down here in Oklahoma, and he was actually on the Aristo forum many years talking about it and showing updates and pictures of it as he progressed.
Okay.
So, yeah. And to answer Ron's question, very, very close on Blue Nami 4408s. I know that they are very, very close. I'm actually hoping to have them in Denver next weekend.
have you seen an increase in people buying the Blue Nami stuff, Vernon?
Yeah, Blue Nami is definitely taken off. I mean, I'm a big proponent of my locomotives being set up to run everything. I want to be able to run battery. I want to be able to run DCC. I want to be able to run DC, and I want to be able to run it on an NCE system. I want to be able to run it on a Digitrax system. I want to be able to run it from my phone. So yeah, I mean, I love it personally. I personally like it. I personally converted over a handful of my personal engines, but I also then just this weekend converted over two SD70s to Rail Pro. So one for Victor and one for myself. So
have you run Rail Pro on DCC at all?
Actually, all of mine are set up that way.
Nice.
So I'm an NCE DCC guy. Been that way for when QSI was producing their drop-in decoders for aristo-craft in the early 2000s. So I went NCE with the 10 amp system that they put out, and so that's how I continue to run. I mean, we take our family layout to a train show. I don't necessarily want to bring multiple engines, but I want to be able to run that engine on battery. But I'd like to run 8 hours off track power and not have to worry about it. So
exactly. Well, we're just about at the end of the show here. Again, the dates for the Midwest Garden Railroad Gathering, Vernon, are
June 4th through the 7th.
And of course, we have the website at the bottom, Midwest Garden Railroad Gathering 2025.com. Is there a way I convert my RC battery to Bluetooth? Well, yeah, with
Blue Nami. Well, we were just talking about the Blue Nami decoders.
Yeah.
Give Vernon a call. He'll hook you all up. Tell you what you need.
Absolutely.
And on the tariff thing, real quick, I see Frederick Charles. I think he's talking about. Why do I always draw a blank on the hobby store up there?
Art Nap? No.
No, not Art Nap.
Winona Garden Railway thing?
Yeah. Winona Garden Railway. Yeah. So I think I saw an email about that.
Yeah, Art Nap's been closed for years.
Oh, okay. Winona. Yeah, here you go. He said it. Winona.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it goes both ways.
Yeah, let's not
all
get
you
into
do is
it.
work through it.
Yeah.
But if you buy gondolas from Nico, there's you don't got to pay any tariffs on them, at least in the U.S.
So if anybody buys a gondola from Nico, will he fill them up with jelly beans for free?
Only if you buy one.
Yeah, but the jelly beans will be sealed in there with clear epoxy.
Exactly.
They'll be Sean proof. Just be like, kick grab, damn it.
Around our show in May, we're just gonna have like random containers of jelly beans so Sean can recharge as he walks around.
We'll have to make him. We'll have to make him move every time he goes to grab for it. He'll just slide across the table. Alrighty.
See Kyle's looking at. Well, all right. We thank you for being with us tonight, Vernon, and telling us all about the gathering coming up. It looks like it's going to be a really good time.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me on. Looking forward to actually meeting a lot of you guys in person in Ohio. So
yeah, we are excited
before,
to have
you. You probably don't remember. We met in Nashville.
I was going to say, I thought we might have met in Nashville. So yeah.
I do have to say, Vernon, when I reached out to you to come, I'm like, I don't think he's going to come, but I'll reach out anyhow. Why not? When you said you were coming, I was like, really? Am I having a Sean hallucination?
Sean.
Very much looking forward to it.
We are as well.
Going to be a good time.
Yeah.
So, and of course, thanks for being on with us tonight as well, Sean, and thanks for coming to our show to be the videographer.
The official.
The official.
Don't cut him short.
We're gonna get you a badge and everything,
I'll keep him straight, Sean. Don't you worry.
But I always, I want the show to be covered, but I'm pretty certain I'm not going to have time to worry about that myself. You can only do so many things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when you're in charge of a show, that's a whole different deal. You don't have time for nothing, really.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes the first time.
Yeah. I think it's going to go good. Positive thoughts.
Yes.
Larry says Sean was here. Is there a large scale live next month? Why, yes, there is. Thanks for bringing that up. Next month's show will actually be April 27th. And our guest will actually be, let's say the last name wrong, probably, Mick Spilsbury from GR News. He's going to be on to talk about GR News and some other topics. It should be a really good show. Excited to have Mick come on with us. So, yep, we will be back. Probably lighter a Dackman, but you're always welcome with us, Sean. So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody. And we'll see you again next month. Sean and Vernon, if you want to hang around for a moment.
Have a great night. Not me, right?
You got to go? You got to go, Nico?
No, you say Sean and Vernon stick around. I said,
well, I mean, you can stick around too if you really want to, I guess.
Thanks.
All right. Good night, everybody, and we will see you again next month.
Bye.